Again, everybody, there should be no talking while there's a presentation going on. Are we ready in the front? Are we ready with the timer? Okay, please present.
Good morning. Our presentation today is going to highlight why we need to get Save the Children to Dubai and how we are going to achieve that. So as we know, Save the Children stands for ambition, collaboration, creativity, and integrity. And our creative challenge is to motivate fathers residing in the UAE to read for their children 10 minutes a day. So our best analysis. For the political point, we found that the structure of the government at both the nation and each of the emirates is relatively and dynastic in nature. They have a legal framework and a clear set of ownership. They have commitments to pro-businesses and liberal economic policies. For the social points, they have a large expatriate population. Their crime rate is almost zero, and the main comprises more than 70% of Dubai's population. For the technology point, we found that the IT software and internet uses in the Gulf is double the rate in Europe, and in the UAE they have the largest use of internet, satellites, and phone mobiles in the Middle East. As for the economic points, we found that the main revenue comes from tourism, real estate, and financial services, and there is no direct taxes on corporate profiles and personal income.
So we conducted some secondary research in order to show why we need to encourage children to read here in the UAE. And we found out that if parents read to their children every day, it can significantly contribute towards their cognitive development, it increases their vocabulary, it adds to their language development skills, and it improves their overall reading performance. And that's very important here in the UAE because last year, it was 2016 was called the Year of Reading by Sheikh Hamad bin Rashid, because he claims that this region has a reading crisis and that inevitably leads to cultural suffering because of the lack of focus on literature. So in order to improve this reading crisis, it's very important to encourage children to read on a digital platform as well, because technology is what appeals to kids these days, and that's what's attractive because it's more fun, it's more interactive. So it's important for parents to encourage children to read on digital platforms. So we identified our target audience as Generation X because we believe that most fathers are born between 1965 to 85, more or less, and we wanted to know what they like doing the most and what they engage in. And we found out that they love using coupons, and they love technology in general, and in specific, they love apps. And they're very work-driven people. They're very engaged in their work lifestyle, so they love taking a break from their daily routine. And as parents of this generation, they want to raise healthy and successful children. But since we're doing our campaign here in the UAE, we wanted to know what people over here do specifically, and we found out that Google ranked the UAE as #1 in mobile penetration. So people over here use their cell phone a lot, and 78% of the UAE residents listen to the radio on a daily basis. So we wanted to use all of these tactics in order to formulate our campaign.
So our campaign strategy is to target dads and guardians with a mixed media effort and an event partnership approach. Our plan of action, firstly, we wanted to partner with the Emirates Festival of Literature. We wanted to have an event at the Fringe, which is a category where they hold free events in the middle of the Festival City Mall, Dubai. We were thinking of having it on both Fridays, in which the festival is held on, so which is the 3rd of March and the 10th of March. And it will be within a group of other events, so we'll already be having an audience. And however, our call message will be calling all dads. So it will be introduced and hosted by the Fringe host herself. And we will also be collaborating with an organization called Education Parties, who will help us form a skit for the children to encourage the benefits of reading through song and dance. We will also have donation bins and second-hand bookshelves as kiosks within the whole, throughout the whole Emirates Festival of Literature time, which is throughout the whole 10 days, in the Festival City Mall, where people can come and donate money for the cause, as well as children can come and exchange one of their own books with a second-hand book from the shelf. We'll be closing the event, both events, by talking about an app, which we will talk about later. So this will be a banner which will be across both events, and this will be a flyer which we'll be sending out with our press release. And this is a coupon we'll be giving particularly to dads at the end of each event, where it will be sponsored vouchers from Chuck E. Cheese, as well as a QR code with a direct link to the downloadable app. This is our press release, which will be sending it to the most popular editorials in Dubai, as well as Read, which is a free magazine which is handed out in metro stations, as well as these two Arabic editorials, which are the most popular in the UAE, as we will translate our press release to Arabic, so we'll try and get picked up then.
We will also be doing a talk show with Jennifer Garner, since she is the artist ambassador of Save the Children, and she advocates for early childhood education across the globe. So since she's a globally recognized personality, we thought we could get Dubai Iona 3.8 to host a phone call Q&A with her, where she would highlight the importance of fathers reading to their children for at least 10 minutes a day, and she could talk a bit about Save the Children, about their goals, ambitions, and why it's needed here in the UAE. We chose 103.8 because their listeners are aged between 30 and 45, which is the age group that we are looking for. And in terms of talk show radio stations, is the most famous in the UAE. 103.8 also has an event partnership with the Emirates Literature Festival, which Sumayya just spoke about. And during those 2 weeks, they usually cover the events and the shows happening at the Literature Festival. So we could ask them to cover the Save the Children event, which could get some free publicity for us as well.
This is our app. There are 4 ways of signing in. The app is designed in such a way that it allows the children to choose their preferred language and their own color scheme. There are 5 tabs at the bottom. If you click on books, it will take you directly to ebooks. All our books are free. Each book has its own preferred language, English and Arabic, and it has a time limit of 10 minutes per book per day. If you forget about the book for the day, the app automatically reminds you of it.
So our timeline has to be focused around the Literature Festival, and that usually starts in the first week of March. So we thought we'd send press releases out a month before, so that's around the 2nd of February. And we would host the talk show around 26th of February because that gives us a week to kind of raise awareness and create a buzz. And our first event would be on the 3rd of March, and that's the same day as when we would launch our app. And the second event is on the 10th of March, and both these events are happening on a Friday because we think that's most suitable for families, for them to attend.
Our total budget comes up to around 80,000 dirhams. Majority of the budget is used up by the app, and then it goes on for the event and the printing. The way we measure our success is the number of articles picked up by the press release, and the number of coupons claimed by Chuck E. Cheese, the amount of times the app has been downloaded, and the statistics given from the radio station about our radio show.
To conclude, our campaign strategy seems most fit in Dubai as it tries to gain as much as free publicity as possible. We keep our budgets low. We don't try to stay away from our intent audience, as well as we try to implement the benefits of reading to children. So overall, we think this could be the best possible way Save the Children could be brought to UAE and encourage fathers and children to read for 10 minutes a day. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, thank you. If you need to go to the Lit this off.